That is, you interlock the two.
Now stretch them right as...
Soccer. And the...
Quiet, please. In exactly 15 seconds, we'll be on the air.
I felt like a reptile. Like a reptile. I felt like a reptile.
Come flying in.
Are we recording?
Oh shit! Sorry. Do you want me to?
No, carry on.
Okay.
Carry on with the squirrel.
The squirrel
conversation.
story.
Hi everybody.
Easy.
You've just joined us in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah.
Carry on.
We'll start properly in a sec. So the squirrel flies in, goes under the kickboard of the units into the wall, and they had to rip out their entire kitchen because they kept nearly getting it, and it was like a U shape. So they just had to smash out a whole kitchen and new plastered walls because of a fucking squirrel. So that was bad. It's not the same as having a phone in the wall.
No, but there is one in one of the walls, and I hear it sometimes. And there's a light on the back of the house, and I don't know where the switch is for it, but sometimes
we
it
have
comes
both
on.
looked for that.
Yeah.
I thought you were mental. You said there's a light there, and there's no cable, and I was like, okay.
That's part of the fun of owning an old house. It's a mystery house. Not that kind of mystery.
No, that mystery house would be fucked up.
No, although I always know when that kind of mystery house has happened because
dude.
there's fucking Costa cups everywhere and the whole place smells of oud.
He got a shout. I'm surprised he's not got a sponsorship deal yet. I was watching one of the Raptor
Well,
vlogs.
I think. Well, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Swiss Arabian are listening.
if Swiss Arabian are listening, you've got the ideal person to advertise your brand.
What do you think about squirrels? And can you send us some bottles of oud?
So, shall we get into the tattoo story first? Because I kind of feel like we should.
Do you want to?
So we've just got back from UFC Copenhagen, which was a lot of fun.
A lot of others.
Well, a lot of others. We'll get into that in a minute. But UFC Copenhagen. So we have a friend over there that owns a tattoo studio called Enter the Dragon, which is the best name for a tattoo studio in the world. I think we can all agree on that.
Shout out to Soren.
Soren Lind. So we sent a couple of tickets over. I sent a couple of UFC tickets over with the Raptors on Friday to drop them off. They ended up getting drunk and getting tattooed.
On the way?
No.
Oh, so it's not like a Red Riding Hood.
No. So they arrived, they handed the tickets over, everyone was excited.
Responsible, take this, don't stop. Take this and don't stop on the way.
And I knew something disastrous was going to happen, which was kind of part of the adventure of me sending the tickets with them. Because I'm like, I'm just going to let them go on this adventure.
Jamie, film this.
Jamie's the one that ended up with a tattoo from Mystery. Yeah. So you now have a lovely tattoo on your leg. Mm-hmm. That's show us. Come on, brain dead. Look at that. You'll start a trend.
That'll be a Raptor t-shirt.
People will be trying to get Mystery to tattoo them now. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, for real,
dude. A Raptor t-shirt.
We'll do a Raptor t-shirt with brain dead on it.
Brain dead Raptors.
Yeah, literally that picture. Yeah. I will probably spell it wrong though.
So Brian dead.
Yeah.
So what fights do you want to talk about? How many weeks has it been? I've had so many tweets from people saying, "Where's the podcast?"
Yeah, which is kind of good because I was more surprised.
He's just mental.
Yeah,
he's frying my brain.
Melted your brain too many times. Yeah, you had September.
My doctor recommended that we stop the podcast.
Imagine any doctor ever listened to this.
It's my kind of doctor.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
All right.
So.
You got a list. Oh shit, you
I
came
have,
ready.
Because, well, it's been a while, so we've obviously not spoken about anything. I mean, we know the results and we've seen all the war rooms and stuff, which have been getting mad views.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
They've been really good. Yeah, people love it. So, the first one, I thought almost one word answers, or like just a quick reaction from UFC 241, which is I think where we left off. Because it was DC
really?
and Stipe.
How many years ago was that?
604.
About the same age as Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda the badass. Yoda the king of cool.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, so what you're saying about DC Stipe?
Love it.
I
love it. No, the thing is, I always felt like Stipe was underappreciated as a heavyweight champion.
Completely.
And then when he got knocked out by DC, it everyone was like, haha, see, we told you.
Validated it.
Yeah, right? And I did a breakdown, an Inside the Octagon breakdown, and watching it back, I can see that I made more of a case for Stipe because a lot of people were talking about DC winning the fight.
Yeah.
And I've noticed I have a tendency to do this, which sometimes I get shit for like being biased towards one fighter.
Okay.
I tend to always stack the story towards the underdog.
Yes.
To try and balance out the people's opinion, because there's always a good argument for someone winning.
Yeah.
You know?
I can see
But
that.
a lot of people don't see that argument because they always focus on the favourite and what they're most likely to do. So in that first Inside the Octagon, I kind of made the argument for Stipe, and then he just fought in entirely the opposite way.
Yeah.
Like, he came out too aggressive, he was pushing forward, he was trying to fight DC's fight.
Didn't really respect his power until obviously.
Second time around, though.
That's what I thought, because I was talking to a few people before it happened, and like you were saying, I mean, for me, ever since Cain Velasquez got injured, I never really considered there was a heavyweight champ.
Oh, I got Cain Velasquez mask.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I should have grabbed it next time.
In Mexico?
I'll wear it for the next podcast.
Did you get it in Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker. That's kind of cool.
I had a lovely time.
Yeah. Well, meet me next time I come. Meet me at the door in your
In my
Nacho Libre get up.
And a cape.
Yeah, just a cape.
Yeah.
Oh, easy.
You'll stick
I'm
my
not
stomach
filmed
out
film that one.
Stick my stomach out like Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, standing backwards.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, ever since Kane, because Kane obviously smashed up Brock ages ago, but it was like yesterday. So he was
ages ago, but it was like yesterday.
Yeah, but he was champ looking. Everything about him was bang on champ. So then when we lost that and he was injured, I never really considered that anyone ever solidified the heavyweight until Stipe. And it was one of them when DC did what he did. It sort of, like you say, instantly turned people off. Instantly, like they were almost coming around to it. Excuse me, but then it was justified straight away that he always said he was going to do it. So when he beat him the way he did this time, it's fucking insane.
So do you want to see a rematch? The rubber match?
No, I'm kind of glad that we're not. I want to see him do something else because
you want to see DC retire or fight again?
I'm not bothered.
Not bothered.
And that's no disrespect to DC. He's done what he's done and he's always surprised people. But I've never really got pumped for a DC fight. Do you know what I mean? It's never been one that I've been like, oh, yo, fucking come around and watch this. It's been like, I need to know the result, but I'm all right. So it was, yeah, I think he's got more regret going out of that fight than DC did the first time because he was winning and doing everything right until he kept getting punched in the face a lot.
That's where the fight starts to go wrong.
Slows you down a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It works.
I've learned that a couple of times.
I did on the streets, but not in the cage.
On the streets?
Yeah, on the streets
Kimbo
outside Chippy's.
sliced.
So, yeah,
Okay.
talking about Kimbo, then you've got, obviously, the fight that was bought after this was because Nate and Pettis was on that same card.
Yeah.
So what are you saying about Nate Pettis?
I was surprised that Pettis didn't fight the way that he can.
Yeah.
I just feel like he waited too much. But then again, the Wonder Boy fight, he was losing that fight until he won.
I think he just looks small in this weight class.
He's caught between two weight classes. I say it every podcast.
I know you do.
162.
Keep saying it.
162. That's because it's my ideal weight. That's why.
Yeah, we could have a throwdown.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
I just think he would suit that weight class. I just think he's too big for 55 now, and he's not big enough for 170.
Well,
and Nate looked good, and Nate adapted his game. It looked like he had a game
3 years
plan.
off.
Yeah.
It was bonkers. The thing with the Wonder Boy fight for me with Pettis was, as incredible as it was, it did him no favours. Because like you say, he was getting beaten convincingly, then pulled that out and then was like, oh, I am all right here.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you got brain damage the first 2 fucking rounds. Do you know what I mean? So, okay, but I thought it was a good build-up and then
Is it been announced that Pettis and Diego fighting in December?
Sanchez?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
No, there was a conversation on Instagram. Did you see that? Instagram, Twitter? They had a conversation about it and they were wanted to fight. I was hoping that was going to happen. At 170.
I only want to be there to see Diego's new routine again.
Oh,
in the
dude.
cage.
That was weird,
It
right?
was one of the most special moments I think we ever had in
Yeah,
Vegas.
so you guys weren't backstage for that, were you? You were in the media pit with the regulars. Oh.
He went red hard. He went to the UFC outfitting booth, got everything that he put in red. Red sock. Well, I'm wearing the red full reptiles at the minute, but these are red UFC one. Everything was red, and then he was gliding around the octagon.
He had a red scarf and he was like spinning in circles with his arms out and his eyes closed in the octagon before, like on weigh-in day, like ceremonial weigh-ins.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking
And
mental.
he was like doing all this kung fu shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against it.
No,
I just probably wouldn't do it in the octagon when everybody else is there watching.
There was a lot of people there. Yeah, there was a fuckload of people there.
Unless you're trying to convince everyone you're mental.
Yeah, and his corner of one We're stood at the cage
Corner
outside.
one, yeah, like fucking Splinter.
Oh, mate, yeah. He did have like a red gown on with a wooden staff. What are you doing?
Yeah, can you imagine?
Chill out.
I'd be disappointed if he didn't.
Oh, man. So,
Like a hotel gown though, like a shit one. That you
yeah,
tie in
really
the back
shit
so-
version. They turn inside
Crown
out and felt
Plaza.
tipped red. Yeah.
What was the next fight? Did we continue on? I have to keep steering this back on track, as you can
yes,
see. 'Cause
definitely.
we've got a lot to cover, and I realise this could be a 4-hour podcast.
Okay, so yeah, apologies in advance. Then we went to China.
We did go to China.
So off you went.
It's fucking hard work. That
I saw you
place.
for about 20 minutes in between
They
this.
took my knife off me.
Don't travel to airports with knives, kids. is the only thing I can say about that.
But in my defence, it's a fruit knife.
Okay.
Well, it's used for fruit.
That's not a knife.
It can be. It was in my checked luggage. It's not like I'm trying to carry it on in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference with normal airports, where you walk in and you drop your bag off, when you walk into an airport in China, they scan all of your bags at the door, and then you check your bags.
They've probably just seen passenger 57 or something, and they think you're going to like work your way down into the fucking luggage area to retrieve your knife.
This kind of panicked me, I'll be honest, because I'd arrived there, and Shenzhen was the first of like a 6-week, every week in a row at a show.
Yes.
So like the last thing I wanted to do was to get detained on the first trip.
Not my knife taken off me straight away.
Next thing, and I know the knife's in the bag, and they unzip it, and I know what they're looking for, so I go straight to it just to save the extra time. I pull it out, and then immediately like there's like fucking radios going on, and phone calls and smoke signals and shit, and I'm like, this is not good.
Do smoke signal again.
It's
perfect.
Right?
Yeah, it's good.
That's a smoke signal.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm all over it. It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you got a better one?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. Then we'll continue.
I wouldn't dare.
So the next thing, they've got this fucking tape measure out, this ruler, and they're measuring this knife, and then they've got my passport, and then put my passport next to it, and then they're all taking photos, and then everyone seems to be like sending the photos to people on their
WhatsApp groups.
well, not WhatsApp, because that's illegal over
right,
there.
okay.
It's WeChat.
We're watching you chat.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, I didn't download that. I will not download that.
No, don't. I had it for a second, and then
Yeah.
all the stuff that I was looking at on Amazon then started saying, why don't you buy this? I'm like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
What have you been looking at?
Yeah. Start sending you links and stuff.
Yeah, to Chinese websites.
Yeah, so they took my knife off me.
That's wank.
I was disappointed.
But China, how is China in general? Grey and miserable.
Shenzhen's kind of cool from the hotel room window.
Okay.
I didn't particularly enjoy walking around the streets too much. There's more cameras than people.
Oh, fuck.
And because there was some kind of dignitaries in town, there were like military and police everywhere. Plus with all the shit that's going on in Hong Kong, there were like
Lockdown.
loads and loads of military
fuck
there.
that then.
So it was kind of weird.
But that was kind of because so you went.
And they kept coming into my hotel room when I wasn't there as well, for sure.
Do you want to tell people how you know? Because you've told me, and I find it quite
Well,
interesting.
it was the day that I went to the event, and I kind of had an inkling that someone had been in the room when I'd been in the gym. So I thought to myself, right, I'm gonna switch everything off and take both the key cards with me. And when I got back, all the lights were on, and there was a new key card in the room, and it was a different key card as well. It had a little circle. It said the Golden Circle.
This is like the beginning of a Jackie Chan
I know,
and
right?
Eddie Murphy film. Or
I was
something.
hoping for like an invitation to a martial arts tournament
Yeah,
or something.
like
but
some
no.
weird budget rush hour.
Some guy shows up with a Raiden hat.
Yeah. No,
I'd have been down for that. I wouldn't have minded that. No, they would just come and have a look around my room, see what I was doing.
So you looked into that. I think I'd have put a sock on the door handle, and if it moved, I'd have known. Or one we used to do was you'd put crisps, full crisps, like hula hoops or something.
Chips for everyone listening in America.
Yeah, potato chips, but quite strong. So worldwide. So we'd put the like hula hoops or something in there, and then basically you'd shut the door, and then if someone crushed them, because you can't just then find a hula hoop and replace it once you've fucked up. Do you know what I mean? So like a would-be robber is like, oh fuck, I've got to rob everything now, or find a packet of hula hoops and replace them.
The danger with that is though, once they realise that they've been rumbled, they either go, now I should leave, or now I need to kill everyone in the house.
Okay, yeah. But then if they're in a hotel room in China, there's a fucking load of people.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? What's happening on this 12th floor? Someone going apeshit. He's crushed some fucking crisps in a guy's room.
Yeah. So it was hard work, but Shanghai was good. The Performance Institute was good. I do actually have a recording of like an hour's worth of conversation with Dean, which I've not yet sent over to
He's
you
going to be
guys.
fuming.
I know he is.
We did a
He is.
podcast.
I know we did. I've not even taken the memory card out of the recorder yet.
Will it be
It
more
was a
out
good
of-
conversation.
Will it be more out of date than this already is? Because
No,
we're talking
no,
about
it's
DC and
timeless.
Steve Hay?
No, it's timeless because
Okay.
we're talking about the Institute and like all the tests I did and stuff, and it was cool.
I
That
saw a
place
few of
is
them.
amazing.
Yeah, they were good
Amazing.
on Instagram because you were doing a load of resistance. Wasn't there a bar that you had to pull up on?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
bolted to the floor because
Yeah.
it didn't move? And I'm
No,
thinking, he can lift that. He can definitely lift
Those
that.
bars don't look very heavy.
Pussy. Yeah, pick the fucker up, Dan.
Yeah, it was static resistance training. So
Oh,
what? No,
we need to verify that because like sales was slowly dropping off. Like tap out. Oh no, can't be associated with this.
no. What it was? There were pressure plates on the floor.
Ah,
So instead of me pulling the bar up, I was pulling myself down into the
okay.
floor. So it was measuring pounds of pressure or something science. I don't know. I don't do science.
I can imagine a lot of people are going to need a shit after trying that. What are you doing? Nothing. Where are the toilets?
It's a good spot though.
Yeah.
They've got some like
Look wicked.
20-year-old kids on the mat there that are killers.
Mate.
Dangerous.
We're obviously Dean's over there, so he's been filling us in on some of them when
Yeah.
we've been catching up. But one thing I need to clarify is Wei Li Zhang Wei. What the
I
fuck?
don't
Which
know.
way round is
I don't
correct?
I'm still not sure.
Because I know on a previous podcast you have said Zhang Wei Li because you were remembering names.
Yes.
But then this time they were like Wei Li, and then they were just calling her. No, they were calling her Wei Li Zhang, but then they would refer to it as Wei Li. But normally when they're in the octagon and they're referring, they'll use the surname.
Uh-huh.
So I was just like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Just play the game.
Yeah.
We can either
I don't
rename
know.
her Sharon or whatever it needs to be. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure like the first two fights it was Zhang Wei Li,
It definitely was.
and now it's been switched to Wei Li Zhang, I think.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
Zombie.
The names
That works.
Like that's why I end up doing the yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They even put it in the fucking name on the
Yeah,
bottom. His
right.
mum must be so proud.
Well, it happened the opposite way
You know what I mean?
around. It happens up. You know when James Thompson went out to fight in Japan,
Right.
his nickname initially was the Colossus.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking huge. Have
Yeah,
you ever seen
ridiculous.
James Thompson? He's massive, right? So he went out to fight in Pride.
Yeah.
They changed his nickname from the Colossus because it was difficult to say. They changed it to Megapunk. How fucking cool is that? Megapunk.
Yeah, it is if you can back it up.
Yeah, but
Imagine
then
if they called me Megapunk.
But then he would sprint out into someone's fist and get knocked out in
Yeah,
a
that
few
did happen a
seconds.
couple of times.
It
Because
did,
then
didn't it?
then he dropped into all the Seagal. Was he in a couple of Seagal films?
Yeah, he's a good extra in movies
Yeah, for
because of
real.
the size of him.
Yeah, there's.
And he is scary looking.
Oh, for real.
I remember he fought on a show down in Bristol once, and they walked him out with like 2 Roman soldiers because he used to fight for Trojan free fighters. I
Yeah,
think
what the fuck was that event? I remember that. It was
don't know.
there was
It
that
was
much
dodgy as
entertainment
fuck.
on the walkout.
it
more
was
so than
talking to Van Damme movies. That felt like a Van Damme movie. That was real. Well, the old days of UK MMA.
yeah, cage fight.
Tables just moved. Did you fucking screw this down properly? Are you sure? I'm never sure when the Raptors set the setup. Always makes me nervous. Knowing what the hotel room looks like at fight week. Someone's unpacked their bag
They've
with
got
a
an
hand
unpacking
grenade.
grenade.
Okay.
Okay,
Next fight.
So, well,
Quick fire
Zhang,
fight.
what are you saying?
Yeah, awesome.
Insane,
awesome.
right?
Yeah,
Fucking
really
fantastic.
good. Really good. I think she's very talented. I think she'd have more problems with other people in the division. I think the fact that Jessica Andrade always comes forward, you know she's going to follow you in a straight line, so you can start walking her onto stuff. And
She went out. She didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And it's not like she started like that before and just knocked someone out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like Holly Holm when Holly, before she fought Ronda, was that much of an underdog because she'd gone to decisions and sort of played patty cake a bit more so than this time. She was
Yeah.
like, fucking turned it on. So if it is anything like the Holly sort of turn, if it does mean that she goes out there now and she's fucking explosive, it was a massive surprise.
I want to see her fight Joanna.
Yeah, it'd be
That's
good.
the fight I want to see.
Yeah, definitely.
2 strikers. I think she'd probably try and take her down, though. But Joanna's got good takedown defense.
Yeah, but I'd still like to watch that more
Yeah.
so than a DC fight. Sorry, DC.
What? More than Zhang against DC?
I think she'd take him.
What about against
Spider
Cejudo?
Monkey, she'd just straight in. Oh, against Cejudo, yeah, I've
He
got
wants
that
to
on my
fight
phone.
everybody. He wants to fight everybody little.
Did you see?
He actually introduced himself to me as the King of Cringe backstage in Mexico.
No.
Like there's nobody else around, dude. King of Cringe is here. All right, Henry, how are you? Like, there's no one else here, dude. You don't, you can take the mask off now.
You should have said, what's your first name?
What's it?
Nice to meet you.
What was the question?
I was going to say, is Chef Shenko choking him out?
Yeah, they met up, didn't they?
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
get...
It was just at the event, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't get... I even put that, because sometimes I'll write random notes. Like, there's all
Random
sorts.
notes, you? Nah.
Yeah, I've got one that stands out is racist old man. That's a quick tangent that I can tell you about at some point. There's another one. Did you have a favourite bowl or a cup when you were a child? Like, even now you have the same mug or bowl or cup.
I have the same mug when I go to my parents' house every time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
have to.
a Desperate Dan mug. It's like an oversized Desperate Dan
Yeah,
comic
and if
book
I
mug.
don't get it, I'm kind of pissed. Or if I see someone else has got
well,
it,
no, I
I'm
just
like,
don't drink it. I'll
the
just
fuck?
I'll just leave it so it goes cold. And
Yeah.
then my mum gets the message like, "Where's my cup?"
Yeah, I can.
I was going to swear then, but my mum listens.
Yeah.
I'm not
We're not gonna do that.
Sorry, mum. Sorry.
When we once went out when we first had Millie, she was about a year old, and we went out for one of the first times. We got a babysit, which was our friends, and I almost fell out with them because he made himself a drink in my cup. Didn't know, he had no fucking idea, but world's best daddy or something written on it, and he's
Yeah.
fucking sat there talking to me when I got back. Like, you had a good night then.
Slap it
How
out
was
of his
it, man?
hand.
Fuck that up. Yeah, big issues. And
Daddy?
yeah.
He's been calling you daddy.
You're not a fucking daddy. Give me a mug. Mate. I worked hard for that. Good 4 minutes. But it's the same as like when we have it was discreet, right? Elaine's going to pick up on that big time. Or when we'd have a party and people would come round and like halfway through a party, I'd always start making tea because I'm not a big drinker. And then other people had noticed. They're like, "Oh, I want a brew," and they come out with like my kid's mug, or they've stirred it with the kid's spoon. I'm like, "You're drunk. You can get that all over the stuff." Fuck, it's stupid, but that was one of the tangents randomly that's written in my phone. Okay. I don't know why. I was probably baked, but probably. Henry Cejudo's in there just for being a fucking tonk. What the fuck? Can someone?
You're not a fan, no?
Oh, just bang him out. Like someone said that Faber's re-retired. That's wank.
Has he?
It said so, but there's been no
Re-retired?
official word. But
Until he's out of the testing pool, this is what we need to learn. Until a fighter's out of the testing pool, they're not retired.
good. Okay, so hopefully
Because
Faber.
Gustafson's still in the testing pool.
Yeah, of course. Well, they're all doing it, aren't they?
He wants to fight Rockhold, doesn't he? That's what it is.
It'd be interesting, that would. I don't. Rockhold didn't look like he wanted to be there when we were in Vegas.
No.
And then when he got spanned, then he definitely didn't look like he wanted to.
Rockhold just likes to hang out at the PI and get his knees massaged.
He wants to hang out on the floor
Every time
looking
I-
up. That's where he wants to hang out. You all right down there? Yeah, I'm good. I'm all right down here. Fucking hate Bisping. Ruined my life. But
What do you reckon to Jacare against Blachowicz?
dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I don't think enough was made of the Jacare Hermansen thing because essentially that was like top 3 that you've beat. Nothing against Cannonier in any way, shape or form.
He looked good as well.
Because he looked fucking insane. But that Jacare, it's a massive thing. And the thing is, Jan looked incredible against Luke, but Luke's not himself. That's not taking anything away from Jan, but that's a fucking dangerous fight. It's a big fight. If you can win that, that's massive.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it if he can win, but I'm just worried because Jacare is fucking dangerous, and I like Jan.
Yeah. I thought Jan was going to get a title shot.
Did you?
They
That'd
were
be good.
That was what I was hearing. They were the rumblings.
See, yeah, well, you get to hear proper stuff like that. I have to rely on Twitter.
Oh, I'm not hearing it from any reliable sources. That's why I don't talk about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you won't tell anyone.
No one tells me anything.
So
What's
my note going back to Henry Cejudo was just Henry Cejudo. There's literally nothing other than
You
that.
just want
I think
to
he's
have a shit talk him a bit.
just I don't get it. Like I don't get this whole I want to fight the women's belts. He's not like cleared everything out yet. Do you know what I mean? I just want to see someone come and fucking slap him a bit. It's getting his title reign is getting too justified. Do you know what I mean? Before when DJ lost his knee in his stomach in the first round, he was like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
That's it. Don't come back.
Aldo's moving down, right?
Yeah, it's not the same Aldo, is it? And then he's going to walk around like he's beat the real Aldo.
Didn't he always hate cut into featherweights as well?
Yeah.
Didn't he always struggle with that?
I don't know. So
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah.
Fuck him. But that was. Hold on, we've got Mexico in a minute. China. Then we went to Abu Dhabi.
It's quite scary when Owen's in charge of the running order.
Yeah, I've literally got a list. Did my research on the toilet this morning. You went to Abu Dhabi.
I did.
How was that?
It was awesome. It was sweaty. It was hot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was ridiculous hot. Every
Yeah.
time you walked outside, just break out in sweat.
Yeah.
Really?
Even just walking from the workout tents to the main tent, arena, it was a big tent. It was a massive fuck off tent.
Really?
Yeah.
Because wasn't it? I got a lot of tweets. Because our mate was commentating.
Oh, your mate,
Yeah.
Dominic.
Old Snooze. When you sent that picture to me, I was like, yeah, I wish you'd have just taken on just a sleep on his shoulder. It's like, oh, here I am meeting Dominic Cruz. That's me 4 seconds later.
Should have done that, to be fair.
Yeah, he might have slapped you a bit. That would have been bad if you'd have come back with a black eye. So, this is because of your fucking joke, dickhead.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I didn't have any commentary because I was just kind of wandering around. I had no job on the night until the fights had finished, and I did the post-fight show for BT.
That was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You had a bit of a job dropping my mum and dad off.
I did. Yeah, I did. We had to go and get his mum and dad in because they were coming to their very first UFC event,
Oh, wow.
and they'd spent all week learning about all the fighters, hadn't they? It was wicked.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
Driving that, done his research. Your dad sat next. I like this Khabib. Looking forward to it. Dominant, isn't he?
That's what he was calling it. He was saying like Khabibi or something. That's what he was calling it.
I used to work with a lad that always said Dana instead of Dana. Fucking winds me up because Dana would even say his own name, and do you know what I mean? You know
Yeah.
when someone says their own name, it's like Al Iaquinta.
Yeah,
When people say Al La Quinta, and you've heard him say it himself, so you know you're getting it right.
La Quinta.
Oh,
You say
La
that all the
Quinta,
time.
you say it. Yeah.
Not as bad as Fight Disciples. Jeez, they get every
There are
name
some
wrong.
names that get fucked up, yeah.
Sujudo.
It was the Cannoneer this week. Last week, I think it was.
Yeah, doesn't Adam call him Cannoneer?
No, that was.
He does. He fucking does. Cannoneer.
It was one of them. It was one of them that started getting Cannoneer and just going Cannoneer and just started adding loads of more O's and N's.
Dude, I kept fucking up the Italian fighter's name. And the thing is, I need to go back and listen to it because I was on the stage at the weigh-in. So I have two people that talk to me in my ear most of the time when I'm doing something, either whether I'm interviewing fighters or on stage or whatever. And I announced the fighter, Alessio D fuck.
Gold. Take 2.
Alessio Di Chirico, right?
Di Chirico?
Di Chirico.
That sounds like some crisps that aren't quite on brand. Do you know what I mean? Have
some
you got them
rip-offs.
Doritos? No, I got some Di Chiritos. Not the same. Not the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
they
know
don't
exactly
take
what you
the, like. Yeah.
Well, I thought I said his name right, which is why I need to go back and listen to the weigh-ins because I felt like I said his name right. And as soon as I said his name, someone came in my ear and he went, "We're going with Di Chirico." And I'm like, did I not just say that? And now I'm starting to question
Imagine
what
if
I
they're
did
just
say.
fucking with you
And I
then.
know I've got to say it again within the next few seconds. And I know I'm going to fuck it up again. So I'm pretty sure I definitely fucked it up the next time.
And you can't go first names. Can you like Steve?
No. Alessio, I can do that. But
Yeah.
no.
Yes.
There's always a name. There's always a name on the bit of paper as the weigh-ins are happening. I'm looking at that name and I'm going, that name's coming up in a minute. I'm gonna fucking mess that name up.
I would fuck them all up. The issue that I have is when it's something like Dana or Dana. It's not even a hard name to say. It's
No,
quite easy.
there's no reason to get that wrong.
But they keep getting it wrong, and like you're not listening to anything they're saying because you're just thinking, "It's fucking Dana, you prick. I thought you liked this thing. What the fuck are you doing? I thought you were into this." Like, bear in mind, at the time, there's no one else that I can talk to about fights. So I got one guy, and he's like, "Yeah, well, Dana was making." I was like, shut the fuck up. So that was it. Yeah, cut my friendship short because he couldn't pronounce a fucking name right. But fuck it, we'll be right.
Where are we next?
What's
next
Abu
on the
Dhabi.
list?
How did you feel about
No, it was
Abu
good.
Dhabi?
It was good. Fucking Paul Felder and Edson Barbosa.
Dude,
Like Felder's still got a like nice pink scar on his forehead from that fight.
that was fucking close.
What a
right?
horrendous first round for him. Like he must have got back to his corner at the end of that first round and thought, "Fuck, here we go again."
What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. And imagine if you're Barboza, though, because you're doing it and you've already beat him.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you making me do this again? It was crazy, but close. I mean, the thing is, I think because I really like Felder, it was easy to see that it was his win. But
See, I didn't think he won, and I didn't
watched
tell
it
him that
twice.
the weekend.
I watched
didn't
it
mention that
twice,
to him.
and I honestly thought that Edson won. But I didn't know if it was a bit that Edson was a bit more cautious. Not that it was a boring fight in any way, because it wasn't. But normally he's got that killer instinct. And the last time he came out, he was absolutely bingoed by Justin.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if that was going
Made
to...
him a bit cautious, do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah, just for that final... You know, on the end of his combos, normally comes in a little bit harder.
Plus, they kind of like each other as well.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
they were shaking hands and hugging all week and stuff.
Which is
and-
kind of worrying.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just a mindset, you know.
Yeah, but there was the open workouts and stuff when you were seeing the amount of sweat, how hot it was.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
They were both shredded as well.
Yeah, they
Like,
were.
definitely the lowest body fat percentage on the card for any fight.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. They were both in wicked shape. But Paul Felder's another one that's caught between weight classes.
Yeah.
I was talking to him at the weekend about it, and like, he's gonna not be able to make 55 soon.
No. And his record's ridiculous. I mean, it's only going to take... I don't know who I'll put him up against next, but it's only going to take a couple more. Because, how old is he? Is he our age?
No, he's not as ancient as us.
Oh, really?
Nah.
At least we don't look it. Felder. Just saying.
No, he's not very old, Felder. What is he? Oh, he's 34. Yeah, he's fucking old. Really old.
Yeah, old as shit.
Time to retire, Felder.
Yeah. Hang it up, dude. Can you remember when Chuck was coming back? Randy was coming back to fight Chuck. And he was like 36. And they're like, what's he going to do?
Yeah.
He's
That's
fucking
too
ancient.
old.
I was like,
Yeah.
what? I'm 38
Yeah.
now. That's fucking bonkers. All right, so Khabib.
Abu Dhabi, did we talk about anything else? The vlog was good that you put up. I did enjoy that.
Yeah,
My
lot of
favourite
feedback.
part was Security Steve. He's got those
With his-
fucking Raptors with him.
That needs to be a text alert, doesn't it?
It does. Exactly. I
Fucking
said that
Raptors
to
are
you.
out.
We need to do that. We need to get that text alert. We'll send it to Steve. He'll use it.
Yeah, just to say, fucking Raptors. Cunts.
Where are we next?
Khabib Dustin.
Oh,
That second round when he clipped him.
very impressive. That because there are so few opportunities to get into a fight against Khabib, though. Like, he got two opportunities when he rocked him, or seemed to have
When he
rocked
punched him.
and then that guillotine. Both times it was like, oh shit, I can win the fight here, and he just threw everything at it, and it just backfired.
But he looked exhausted. You know, when he did clip him, or when he landed that punch, he looked fucked. And I don't know if it was the heat, the travel, I don't know. There's got to be something behind it because
He was emotional at the weigh-ins as well.
he didn't look like normal Dustin. When Dustin fought Max, that was a fucking clinic. That was like everything was measured, everything was bang on. This time, once he landed with that one, he was just like, may as well pendulum the other fucking arm around, and like it was getting close. And like you say, the guillotine was fucking crazy tight.
Yeah, to see Khabib bail out to the side, it must have been tight.
Yeah. So the other thing I've got in here in my random notes.
Oh shit! So you got a random notes on your phone and then a scribbled notes
This
in
is
your notepad.
this is official events we've missed, and this is random shit that.
That's a long fucking list.
Yeah, the bit was how strong is the half beard look in Abu Dhabi?
The what?
Half beard, just a chin strap.
It's a strong look.
Fuck me. So many, like, there's no nose neighbours. Anyway, they're all like just. I don't know,
Yeah.
just gone.
Showed up to the Raptors hotel on fight day to pick him up, and Mystery's gone full headdress.
It looked wicked. It looked bad. I thought you were going to go full traditional. If I'd have thought about it, I would have printed you like some repeat pattern full Reptile Raptors ones.
Next time.
Yeah,
next
you know
time.
when Connor had that pinstripe suit that said "fuck you" on it.
And a shout out to Ram as well. That
dude.
vehicle that we had was ridiculous. Driving it across the sand
Yeah,
dunes.
being
and shit.
jealous that you lot were already there and already doing all that stuff was one thing, but then seeing the truck, I was like, "This
Yeah.
is fucking nasty."
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, for real. It was the bollocks.
Although parking it underground in the hotel was a challenge.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that their spaces would be big. Like when you go around
They were,
England,
but the truck was fucking massive.
Yeah.
Like, there were big spaces, but the truck was ridiculous. Like it would fit comfortably in here, but if you had a smaller room, you'd struggle to fit it in.
Fuck. Well, that's the problem. Like in England, the roads and the parking spaces are made for like Austin Allegros and fucking minis,
Little
and
tiny, yeah.
small things. You pull up in anything now. The amount of
fuck
times I'm
is an
sticking my head
Austin
out.
Allegro?
You'll know what an Austin Allegro is.
Would I?
It's that weird car back in the day that had the big dints in the side door like that. When I show you, you'll be like, "Fuck, I know that one." Yeah.
Okay.
My auntie's
We'll pop a
hairdresser.
picture
had
up
one
on
of
the
them.
screen right now. Won't I?
Yeah,
Austin Allegro.
it'll be brown.
For reference.
Make sure you get a brown one. That's when they used to spray cars brown. Okay,
Yep.
so what's next for Dustin?
I want to see him fight Conor McGregor.
I'd like to see that.
Easy.
Yeah, I think that'd be a nice refocused Dustin. Easy.
Yeah.
If Cowboy
Conor
would have
needs a
won,
win.
I would have. I could. Yeah, and it's probably going to be a stand-up bit
Yeah.
of a bit.
And
of
I think
punch-up.
Dustin's better at 55 than he was at 45 as well.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a better fight.
How long do you think Conor has to stay out before he would take anything less than a main event? Because I know.
I don't know. I don't think he would. And the thing is, you could build a main event around him. It wouldn't. This obsession with having belts in the main event is the problem.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't need to be fighting for a belt to be main event.
No.
You can't really put him as a co-main event, and I wouldn't want to see him fight over 3 rounds because part of Conor's problem is going past 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So I'd want to see someone like Poirier get 5 rounds against him.
That would be, because the thing
And it
is, the
doesn't need
first
to be
time
for a
that was a
belt.
big punch. It was really close behind the ear, wasn't it?
Right across the side of the head, wasn't it?
Yeah. But
Good
yeah,
shot.
and that's a different Poirier. I'd like to see that again, definitely. And like I say, if it was going to be the other way, if Cowboy would have won against Gaethje, because as much as I'd like to see Gaethje against Conor, I definitely want to see him against Khabib instead.
I definitely think he's the one with the best shot of beating Khabib. I think Tony's got a good shot of cutting him or catching him with a, anaconda or something. But I just think Justin Gaethje's style, meet him in the middle, fight him with wrestling, and he maintains his firepower through the fight as well.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, the interesting thing with Tony is, it's almost like fate, the fact that it's been off for like 4 times, because we've never... The problem, when you're going into these main events with unbeaten people and stuff, is almost, if it was head and heart, or if it's written down, if I say to you, Khabib Poirier, you're going to be like, Khabib all day. As it gets closer, you start thinking, do you know what? No, he can fucking do it. He can fucking do it. No, he's all right. He's got this. And then round 1, you're like, if he just makes it to round 2, he might be all right. They start on the feet again. It's going to be all right. And then next minute, he clips him. You're like, I fucking told you. And then he gets tapped out. Oh, yeah, well, no, he's good though, isn't he? He's good, Khabib. He's all right. Yeah, he's never been beaten. But it always comes in every time. Even I've watched a million fights, and I pretty much know who's going to fucking win. I always find myself going, yeah, but he could.
That's why we watch it though. This
Yeah.
is the but right. That's why we like underdogs.
That's why I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Tony.
Uh-huh.
Like the thing is, we've never seen it because it's always dropped out. But if Tony can get back to his feet, his hands are fast. He moves fast. So if that takedown isn't so much of a threat, I just want to see what Khabib does under pressure. I've not got anything against Khabib. It's like when GSP got beat by Serra, to see him come back against Serra and put his knees through him was ridiculous because he was like making a point. So I like to see, even when Anderson lost or whenever any champion loses, you want to see how they come back.
Yep.
So for me, it's more a case of seeing, can anyone land on Khabib or do anything? And obviously we've always said Gaethje, which is one of the most exciting fights, but I don't hate the Tony one. I'm not mad that
Tony's
Gaethje's
next in
not
line.
next. Yeah,
It's got to happen.
but that was, I mean, fucking hell, I'm looking forward to that. But that's not on my paper. My paper is Cowboy and Gaethje.
Yep. Gaethje's just good, isn't he?
Do you think
just
Cowboy
good. I just think Cowboy has hit his ceiling in both weight divisions.
Do you think he'd given up before he got in there, though? Do you think he knew what was going to happen? I'm not saying he didn't try, because he came in like Doc Holliday looking like a fucking pimp.
Yeah.
Which was badass. But when he was in, or after it had finished, he was almost that much straight into it. All right, this guy...
But he was trying to be mates with him all week. And Cowboy always does that.
Yeah.
No matter who he's fighting, he wants to be friends. Because he's there to have a good time, and that's how he stays relaxed.
Yeah.
I think Gaethje had realised this, so when you see him at the weigh-ins, Gaethje just stonewalled him. He just stood exactly what Darren Till did, stood front up with his hands behind his back, and he just wasn't really engaging Cowboy at all. And I think that's unsettling for Cowboy when someone does that to him. And then as soon as the fight was over, that's why he was relieved. It's like, okay, cool, we can be mates again.
It's wanting to be liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. And it was just one of them that, I don't know, Gaethje just proved us all right again, because he just did what he always does.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's now taking his time and considering it is fucking scary.
Yeah. Picking his shots, not taking too much punishment.
Not at all. No, it was good. On there, Glover. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Won again.
One for the old boys.
But I don't want him to get injured.
No.
Or like mentally injured, because he just keeps doing it and he's going for fucking wars and getting slapped up a little bit. But
he always seems to get hurt before he gets the win.
To prove a point, to say we can still do it. It's like, stop, fucking still doing it. That's scary.
At least BJ Penn's been released.
Yeah, but did you see what the fuck went down?
Yeah. Apparently,
We're not gonna play that video.
no. Apparently, he got the guy back though, didn't he?
Mate,
apparently,
he's going to be doing time soon, man.
I know.
Which is, for someone...
He could be so useful to MMA in Hawaii as well.
For
Can you
real?
imagine what he could teach?
Wasn't he the first dual weight champion before Randy? He was the first to have 2 belts in 2 different
You're the guy
divisions.
that maintains all
I'm sure it was him.
information.
It was.
Forget that
I'm pretty sure it was BJ that was one of the first. He's fought fucking Lyoto Machida, for fuck's sake. Beat Matt Hughes twice. Like, this is all big time. Like, genuinely should be running a PI or whatever in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I know Dana has been on thing and they were all like chastising him, say, why the fuck are you giving him another fight? And he's like, look, he's not left me alone. Obviously, Dana's gone back on that now that this all the stuff's come out, but he's scary when you see legends that have essentially built a sport. Like if it was Chuck Liddell, or you know when Rampage went on that tear up and fucking
he was driving a monster truck with his face on
his face on it after he lost to Forrest. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like if it was any of them, I think it'd be seen different. But BJ, it's almost like because it's that next island, they're just like, yeah, fucking hell, don't want to do too much.
Yeah.
So it's scary.
Yeah.
Really fucking scary.
I don't know is he'd settle for a regular job though. I just think he's a bit too mental for that.
And that's why it needs to be related to MMA, UFC, whatever it is, because
he should have his own promotion. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Didn't they used to have a promotion? Rumble on the Rock?
Something like that. There's something like that in Hawaii. It's definitely, it sounded...
Always used to have Cabbage on it and Ronald Junn, the machine gun.
Yeah. I like
anyway,
Cabbage.
What's your next on your list?
I've got Michel Pereira.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
And then he comes out blaming it on his weight cut and the fact that his coach wasn't there to help him cut 38.5 pounds the week of the fight. Hang on a fucking minute.
But if you've... Like, Bisping, to be fair to him, was on fire when he was talking about... Like, he was the one tweeting saying, yeah, well, maybe if you don't do the backflips and this and this and this and get into the octagon, you might have enough gas. How fucking good is that for... Oh, I can't remember his name. Connolly.
Yeah.
Tristan
Connolly.
Wow.
It was a great night.
It was.
So he got his own purse. He got 20% of Pereira's purse, and he
bonuses.
got both bonuses.
But-
Made out like a fucking bandit.
And 4 days
Love
before was fighting for
Yes.
welfarefights.com or something.
I love an underdog story.
I love it, man. Who wants to do this? Because the thing was, it was just like the flying knee. It was like, almost like he hadn't started yet. So he's seen the backflip, the cage kick, the fucking everything. He's like, I don't normally do this. Are you all right? And he's like, but he kept fucking doing it.
I know. But he's massive for the weight.
Danny Roberts must be fuming.
Can you imagine?
You mean I just had to stay out of his way for fucking 5 minutes? Yeah.
That's bad.
It's just that showboating thing. Like, whenever you do it and it backfires, you just feel like a fucking super twat. It's like your mum's always, you're going to come a cropper. And you're going to end up in tears. And you're like, oh, fucking, I can walk on a wall. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's fucking horrible. Yeah. Whenever you're proved right by your mum.
Right. Do you remember when Chuck Liddell fought Randy?
Yeah.
And Randy just walked out with his fucking sandals on, walked out to the octagon. One. Yeah. And then when Chuck came out, he had Tap Out had done him those videos. And it had mask on the screens. Yeah. It was like the Iceman. Yeah. It was all like fucking Frosty and shit. And then Randy handed it to him.
And then Randy was like, "This is how you fight."
Yeah.
Don't ever do it again. But they did twice. The bastards broke my heart. But yeah, I know what you mean. Just showboating.
I love it. I did have a moment though right before the Marcus Davis fight, and I thought to myself, "Fuck, if I lose this, I might as well just not show up anymore. I'll move out to the countryside and disappear."
What if
I just talked so much shit
talking. There was a lot of shit talking, and I think because Marcus Davis was very sensitive,
he was so annoyed.
It was like even afterwards, didn't he just storm out of the cage?
He wouldn't shake hands.
There wasn't a
with
big cuddle, was there?
No.
There wasn't a lot of hugs, and I've seen bigger feuds sort of fizzle out in a fight when they've gone, like when GSP didn't GSP say you said something about fighting in your pajamas, which he didn't like, and then after the fight he was like, you can fight.
Yeah.
Take care. Someone show me how to fucking armbar someone, please.
Yeah, he was just asking. He was just like kept squeezing my elbow.
Yeah.
It was like
Mr. RD, this is made of rubber.
Rubber.
Fuck off. Yeah, and they went back and they went backstage and tried it. But I think
Marcus didn't want to talk to me.
My showboating wasn't quite as cool as fighting.
No?
I was once fixing a laptop for my uncle, and it was a bit of a on the side job, so I was going to make myself a good 50 quid. So basically folding paper money, big notes. And my uncle had come around and he's like, "Can you fix my mate's laptop?" I was like, "Fucking fix anything, watch me." So I went upstairs, found an old laptop, scrapped it for bits, took the screen out, it fit. I couldn't believe it. I'm fucking talking to him, cocky as fuck, going through, putting it all back together. And round a normal laptop, there's like a bezel, just plastic, you just pip it off. And then basically you screw your screen and put that back on. And I'd got to the last push and it didn't just go, it went. I was like,
I broke the screen.
That's an interesting noise. None of the others have done that. Turned the laptop on and I fucking broke the new screen. And my uncle and his mate literally got up and walked off. And I'm like, right, well, you can't do it then. I was like, what? So I've gone from being like Billy Big Bollocks, making myself 50 quid in an afternoon,
To now having 2 laptops that are no good.
Fuck laptop. So yeah, showboating. Don't do it, kids, unless you can back it up. Ask Connor about it. So that's almost Cerrone Gagey. But then I just wanted to touch on Todd Duffy.
Okay.
How hurt was he? Do you remember when he was
Not
first
as
in the
hurt
UFC?
as Jeremy Stevens was.
No. Do you remember when he was in the UFC the first time?
Yep.
And he banged someone out in, was it 7 seconds?
Yeah, something like that.
Then got iced out in the 3rd round by an overweight fella. I can't remember his name.
Yep.
Cut.
Yep.
And he basically wrestle fucked him for 2 rounds and then just went bang, put a snooker ball in a sock and just fucking killed him.
Yeah.
I heard
That was a great comeback.
Yeah, it was. But I heard after that basically Dana kicked him or he got dropped because he was too awkward to work with. Because he was a bit of a diva.
I heard that.
I only heard that. I've never spoke to him myself. But it seemed a bit diva-ish this time. And it almost makes you think, dude, you're on your second chance.
Yeah. The thing is, like, he'd tried really hard for... how far into the fight was it? Do you remember? It was a couple of minutes, wasn't it? Yeah. Was it the second round?
I think it was, wasn't it?
Was it a second round? I don't remember.
I'll have a look.
But, like, I just felt like he'd exhausted his options.
Yeah.
And then this was a moment to not continue fighting and not get beaten up too much.
I know the first round, 4 minutes.
Yeah. I feel like he'd given everything for like 3 minutes, and then that last minute before the eye poke, he was starting to look panicked.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
When they can still open their eyes, though, that's...
Hey.
Fuck. I've got to go and pick me up from school. It's 2:45. But I haven't really. That's just my daily alarm. So it was one of them. He's just come back after like
4 years off.
4 years off.
Yeah.
In the UFC.
Yeah.
He's back in, and it wasn't like you say with Jeremy Stevens. There's a massive thing you can talk about this. This is a fucking one hell of a fuckery. I mean, as a fan, buying tickets, getting there, and the main event, that going is fucking heartbreaking.
It was the Wild West in there.
I could
it was
imagine.
Crazy. Like the amount of shit being thrown. Did you see the video of Brendan hiding under the table?
And Bisping sort of just stood up.
Yeah. Slipping.
Even if one went in his head, he's not fucking going under a table.
Head in his fucking...
Just that.
Fucking...
Who threw that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
This headache sponsored by Cerveza Modelo.
With one eye.
I know. I know.
But it was just the...
Still got the reactions of a cat.
It was dad reaction. That was dad reaction to like... It was just like, someone throwing something. Where? Sit down, Dad. Like that guy on... on Saving Private Ryan, who's that actor, the American guy that just walks into scene and like there's a fucking gunfight going on, and just walks in. All right, now what you doing, dude? Just fucking chill out.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. He's not as good as the guy of Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
The you either fight or surf guy.
Yeah.
He's fucking great. He's my favourite character.
But that's the kind of guy.
Yeah.
Bisping just sort of stood up and was like...
Just whatever, yeah.
Have you seen that on the meme where someone's like... Someone's up on someone's shoulders, someone launches a pint, and she's like...
Yeah. It went crazy in there. It went crazy.
But you can see why, right?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I understand the frustration. I also, from what I understand, throwing drinks is a fairly common occurrence.
Don't piss in it first.
Well, that's usually what it is. But fortunately, most of these were drinks, from what I understood. But it just went crazy in there. It went fucking nuts.
See, so I get that, which is obviously you've been involved before when you should have been a main event, and they ran out of insurance time and all, money and all the rest of it. Which
I got hit with a fucking chair at a Jimmy Warled fight.
By Jimmy?
No, Jimmy was fighting. So he was fighting Jason Tan in Liverpool. So Jason Tan's a Liverpool fighter. Good fighter as well, Jason was. And this was a 5-rounder. Jimmy was up on the scorecards quite clearly and was in our corner on our side of the cage, up against the fence in kind of a loose triangle of Jason. And Jason Tan was a black belt. He was known for his guard. And Jimmy's like tired, and he's like trying to posture up, and he's being broken down, and he's landing a few shots. And the next thing, one of Jason Tan's cornermen had come all the way around to the side of the cage and was pushing us out of our corner to coach his fighter because he was right up against us.
What, like old wrestling managers?
Yeah, literally, like just came around and just started pushing his way in. So I'm up against the fence coaching Jimmy through his triangle defense. Owen's next to me.
Yeah.
So that's where the conversation starts. So this guy comes over and tries to hustle Owen out of the way, which you don't do. So Owen...
Not me, Owen.
No, sorry, Owen Comrie, my old Thai boxing coach.
Imagine if... Well, just completely different.
Yeah.
He doesn't look...
Imagine if you were 6 inches taller and Jamaican.
Yes.
And had
That's it.
50 professional Muay Thai fights.
Yeah, separated. We're like twins.
You are. They're
like,
nothing alike.
No.
And are nothing alike.
Yeah, what's that Van?
Like not twins at all.
No, the Van Damme movie, double
Trouble, double team.
Double team.
Double
Was it
something.
double team? Double trouble, double take?
Well, Van Damme movies always fell into one of the three genres, didn't they? One of either three categories. He was either fighting to like redeem his brother.
Yeah.
He'd either ran away from the army.
Yeah.
Or he was playing 2 or 3 characters in the movie. Like that was
2 or 3 characters. Go for it.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got paid.
Was it double take? Oh,
double team was.
Double team.
Yeah.
Was it definitely double team?
Yeah, because it had the split screen, the split cover, which was half blue and half lime green.
Mate.
And he had like the grease back hair and shit. One of them had a gun.
They're badass.
That's the exact pose you'll know. Am I right?
No, double team is the one with.
Oh, fuck.
Who's the basketball player? Who's
Dennis
nuts?
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
So what was the other one then?
It was. It was double impact.
Double impact. Double.
Redeemed. You've not seen this, have you? Neither of you.
He's seen double team. Though.
Yeah, I've seen double team. I've seen a lot of double team on RedTube.
Anyway.
Okay.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Where were we? I was talking about something sensible
so
as well.
It's a chair being hit by a chair.
That was it.
Obviously.
So not a sensible conversation at all. So this guy had tried to push Owen out the corner. Owen had turned around and slapped him. And I was completely focused on the fight. I had no idea what was going on. Next thing, obviously a few people had recognised that one of their coaches had been slapped. So they come like surging down from the back of the room and a chair comes flying over the top and Owen slips out of the way of it and it cracks me on the back of the head. Fucking...
That's white.
Yeah, horrible. And they had to stop the fight and get us and our team into the cage while they dealt with the fucking riot.
Shit.
And also Jimmy had broken his nose in the fight. And when the shit started to kick off, the paramedics all left. So after the fight, there was no one to fix Jimmy's nose. So that's where the story of me fixing Jimmy's nose comes in. The paramedics had left because of the riot at the venue. Well, his nose was Rich Franklin. It was like a capital C.
If it had rained, would he have drowned?
He could smell round corners. That's my favourite.
Robin Hood nose.
It was bad. It was a bad break. And it needed fixing. And the longer he left it, the more it would swell, the worse it would have been. You know, it would have needed a surgery on it to fix it. So I said to him, look, I can do it right now. Before the swelling comes up, I can do it. I've had mine fixed a couple of times after Thai boxing matches.
I've seen loads of Van Damme films.
I've seen all of them. Or double team, double impact, all of them. All the doubles. I can fix it as long as you trust me. So I'm standing there. And it was like an old tooth removal. You know, I'm holding his head and I've got my thumb against his nose. And he kept stopping me. He kept going, wait.
No, it's never going to work.
Jimmy, the longer I leave it, the worse it's going to get. Is it going to hurt, though?
Yeah. Always go on 2.
Yeah. It's definitely going to hurt. You've just had a 5-round MMA fight.
Yeah.
Cage fight. You just had a 5-round cage fight, Jimmy. You've got a broken nose. Let me fix it for you. It's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt.
But otherwise, you're going to wake up tomorrow morning.
Whose hand was he holding? Or was Owen still telling people?
No, I'd braced him against the wall because I knew he was going to try and squirm. So I braced him against the wall and I was holding his head. I fixed it, though. His nose looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, for real.
Right?
Just the rest of the face. He doesn't listen to this.
He can't work podcasts.
No, he's not into this.
Anyway, that was
so
my
I
tangent.
didn't know you fixed his nose.
I fixed Jimmy's nose after being hit across the back of the head with a chair.
Fuck, man.
So that was an eventful night.
I would love to see Owen's reaction though, because he was just had one of the proudest moments of his life where he's like, "See that, Dan? Dan, will you get up? What are you Fitzgerald under the table for?"
I remember my second pro fight against Paul Jenkins down on the pier in Bournemouth. Someone had kicked Owen in the back. It was in a boxing ring. It was a shitty venue. Someone had kicked Owen in the back because he was blocking their view. So as I went back to my corner at the end of the first round, Owen was fighting with a guy in the front row. And I'm like, you can see me on the video. I'm like, Owen.
No end.
It's the end of the round, Owen. Yeah.
An ice bag.
And like the whole time I'm sitting there on my stool and he's like giving me water and he's just staring at this guy through the ropes. He's like, as soon as this round starts, yeah.
Stop water boy like that. Like me filling your kettle up.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Nearly flooded the kitchen.
Embarrassing problems. Yeah, I can't really talk about that too much. It's not been long enough yet.
Still not over it.
No. No. So Mexico was fucked
Mexico
up, right?
was good.
What about the main event? As much fucking fans
Great
fucked
fights.
off. Get it? Good fights, but Herb Dean, right?
Herb Dean.
OG, basically talking plain English to the doctors and everyone else. So he said, "He got me good, mate." So it's like, yeah, you got 5 minutes. Stay there. Now, watching the video back, it looked more like an eye rake than a poke, but it doesn't fucking matter. Right or fault? Okay, so that's true or false. That's nothing to do with rake and poke, but it sounds similar. So when it doesn't matter what has happened, but Jeremy Stevens is like, when you look at fucking minerals in school, there's like granite. Jeremy Stevens, he's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So
he's not gonna fake an eye poke.
But it was when he stood there and his eye is clamped shut, and like Herb's gone over going, all right, and he's like, he's got me good. And he's like, yeah, well, don't worry, it's pulsing at the minute. I was like, we're all learning here. Thank you, Herb. It's pulsing. So
Pulsing.
To me, that's like, all right, so throbbing, pulsing, whatever Herb's hitting with, I'm like, fair enough. Let me get the doctor in. And I'm thinking to myself, don't get a fucking doctor. Jeremy won't want it stopped. Let him just have his time. But anyway, doctor comes in. Herb is dead-eyeing him going, right, it's pulsing at the minute. Don't touch
The doctor's
it.
like, what's pulsing?
And then, yeah, it's one of them fucking bars, one of them protein bars. Don't touch it at the minute because it needs to calm down. He's got 5 minutes. The doctor went over like a fat kid trying to get sweets out of a bag. He's like, open it. It's like, fucking leave his eye, but open your eye. It's like, he can't open his fucking eye. He's just been raked. You fucking idiot. And I think it was the doctor that fucked it up more than anything.
Yeah.
The one in the light grey suit.
Oh, you've taken notes then.
Yeah, it looked like a croupier had been buried in it. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't good.
You know, I saw something, and I'm going to throw this out there, and I've got no names, I've got no one to blame for this. But in Vancouver, there was someone that was working for the commission, and every time a fighter had finished the fight, he was going into the cage and taking the gloves off the fighter. And I never saw him pass the gloves to any corner teams or any fighters.
eBay.
I just reckon he robbed a fucking load of gloves.
Do you reckon it's
I've seen
just
a couple
getting him
of
to
guys
sign it in the ring? What for? Do you just need to sign it with this sharpie? Does that say certificate of authenticity? Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah, I know.
That's
it's
fucked
bad.
up.
It happened to me once. Someone tried to steal my gloves once. One of the guys that work for the commission. They were in his fucking bag. I'm like, dude, you've got my gloves. He's like, oh yeah, I was just looking after them for you. Yeah.
Wank.
You're gonna sell
He's
them back.
looking for a good picture on eBay to
Sell them back to me on eBay.
Google Images, just trying to find outlaw. Yeah, just sign that. Mate, it happens a lot.
Yeah,
I mean,
dickhead.
we're going to see a video on Unilad in about 2 weeks where someone's fucking filming himself going, hey, photocopy tickets. Hey, I'm in the fucking cage. I've robbed fucking 1,600 gloves.
Yeah. There was definitely someone that got on the bus as well from the arena that shouldn't have been on the bus last night. Saturday night.
On purpose or accidentally?
No, I just remember looking at him as he got on the bus. I'm like, he's got nothing with him. He's pissed. And he's like,
It
no
wasn't
credential,
Dana.
nothing. He just, no, it wasn't Dana. No, he just went, it was weird. He got, anyway, where were we? Where's your list? We've got a list to keep structure, and we've got no fucking structure to this show at all.
That was the iPod. That was in Mexico. So the Todd Duffy thing just made me go.
Yeah.
And then obviously we've had a few iPokes this weekend. But Brandon Moreno, he won, right?
Yeah, I thought so.
He looked fucking good.
Yeah.
Against the Russian fella. Can't remember his
Did that
name.
come out as a draw?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
We've seen quite a few draws.
The other one
recently,
that was
almost like they're trying to,
I know.
like pacify people.
Well, there was a draw in Copenhagen that ended up being wrong, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it came on the thing, you looked at the camera, it was like, yeah, we thought we could add up 3 numbers. And sort of eye flash.
Yeah, did
I
that?
was like,
Yeah.
yes.
You know, as soon as I said it, I was like, that kind of came off. Yeah, I know. It was a bit, wasn't it? It's like,
Yeah. I kind of liked it then.
it's simple math. I mean, fucking hell. Math?
Yeah.
Maths.
Maths. We say maths, don't we?
Do we?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not sure.
What you got after science? Maths. Simple.
Oh, yeah. No, that does sound right.
So I'm back into secondary school and timetables at a minute because Moo's gone up to a secondary school and she's got homework.
Oh, right.
It is wank. It is wank. You know, just knowing how thick you are and how stupid you are. But I'm useful for stupid shit. She got in the car the other day, picked her up, and I was like, at the minute, it's very sensitive to broach the homework situation because she's 11. Mm-hmm. So hormones are coming. And she's literally got in the car and it's like, all right, Danny, good day? She said, yes. Oh, okay. Who have you been with today? And she's like, normal. I'm like, okay, that's a good enough answer. And she gets to have her dinner. She basically puts money in this machine, puts a thumbprint on, and it goes into her account. But there's nothing in school with a price on. It's just all, do you want a drink? Yeah. Beep. So we gave her 20 quid. And then after a few days, like, what have you got left? She's like, 4. I was like, are you buying dinner for everyone? She's like, no. What happens is at break, we can have a sandwich or a panini or a pasta and a like sausage roll or whatever. Then at dinner time, we can have dinner and a fucking
Jesus.
pudding. I'm like, yo. And she can eat like an Oxley. So as much as I built like a 12-year-old girl, we can fucking eat. So she's like smashed out like £9 a day on fucking food and drink. So that's another
There's got to be some
thing.
perks of going to school.
Fuck me. So I've basically I found what drinks they sell there and gone to the actual shop and bought a load. So instead of them marking it up to £1.20, they're fucking 40 pence drinks. So we've got that.
You just not feed her at home.
Oh, fucking hell. She's got hollow legs. So I'm driving home. Now I've asked her about her friends. Can't really talk about friends, so it's okay. Next. And it's like, what have you had to eat? She's like, oh, God, just food. Okay, no worries. Next, it's homework. And I was like, what's your homework today? And normally she won't let you talk about it because then she'll just go into a fucking tornado of doom and you don't want it. So she said, oh, it's only PE. We've got to learn the term of the long jump. You know, where you go backwards over the bar. And I was like, oh, yeah.
High jump.
High jump, sorry. Yeah, long jump is the other one. Not the triple jump. High jump. She was like, yeah, we've got to learn about the high jump. I didn't learn. I just knew the term. So I was like, okay. What do you have to learn? She's like, there's a technique and we have to know what it's called. And I was like, do you mean the Frosby flop? Look at Dad with some knowledge, fucking knocking walls down. And she's like, shut up, you don't know. We had an argument for 25 minutes all the way home until she could Google it, got in. She's like, yeah, all right. Well, maybe you're right then. So I'm not allowed to help with homework. I'm not allowed to talk about food and I'm not allowed to talk about friends anymore.
So your random knowledge has paid off in one occasion.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
That's nice.
Frosby flop.
I'd never heard of that before.
Oh, really?
No.
So the the hop skip, not hop, skip and jump, but the 3 steps you take up and then go over backwards.
Yeah.
I will get moved to show me the paper she's written on it to ever tell me why it's called the Frosby. Obviously a dude's name, right?
Definitely.
It's got to be. Hold on.
Oh, hang on. Back to the list.
I'm going back to the list just to think because might have been something else I needed to tell you about. But
Nice Raptor hat, by the way.
it's all right, eh?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I've got this and I've got a dad cap version.
Yeah. Oh, no.
There they are.
Jamie's got that one.
That's
Very
it.
nice. Very nice.
So the difference between the dad cap that's going to be on Raptor merch and what we sell on Full Reptile is Full Reptile, we make a fitted bent peak, which is more of a structured cap like the NFL ones that you've seen and most people have got. Those ones are more like the indie dad cap with a strap across the back.
Like the hipsters that they are.
Is a hipster or a hobo?
Cool. Any other fights you want to talk about?
Yes.
What do you want
I
to
have
talk
got this weekend after Mexico was UFC Copenhagen. How fucking good was that?
Dalby was awesome.
Dude. He
And
had a
that
point to
walkout,
prove, right?
that walkout was awesome. It was so cool.
And his missus was singing that.
Yeah. Sung the song. Very cool. Very emotional.
Yeah.
I don't know how he kept it together. I remember walking out in Nottingham and I just needed to get through that first round.
Dude, that was bonkers.
Because it was just, it was mad.
Well, that
But
was 7 years ago as well.
All right.
Just to
fucking
touch on it,
hell.
7 years. No, I'm trying to get you back in the cage, man. I'm trying to get you back in there. People keep asking me.
I was in there on Saturday a couple of times.
I saw.
With no shoes on.
Did you
as
get
well.
the tingles?
I did. I loved it.
You know when Jeremy got his eye poked, did you not have your gum shield in your pocket?
You know, if I could have made featherweight in that moment, I'd have ran down there.
I don't know, you'd be all
I
right.
think Yaya would have fought me in that moment as well. He wanted to fight Bisping, didn't he? Fuck
Dude,
you
how
know.
cool was that? Because the thing is, Bisping is very Marmite. I don't know him. I know you know him. But there's been times where I
I would
fucking
agree
love
with
Bisping.
that statement.
There's times that I fucking love him, and other times that I just think he's a bit of a bocker. But ultimately, he's Uncle Dickhead, isn't he? He knows, and he takes that on quite well. Like he's got his perks, but deep down. So when he was like not getting involved and dodging bottles was one thing. You're like, bro, what's Brandon doing? That was cool. And the other thing was when he stepped in, and didn't he get called a puto?
I don't know.
Puta?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He went full fucking
I got-
cartel, didn't he? He's like, puta, puto, whatever he said. And Bisping he was just like a special kid trying to stroke a dog that's barking. Do you know what I mean? You know when you get them special kids that go up to like a pit bull and it's like, doggy. It's like, don't touch the fucking dog. It's like, not a flinch in him. Not a flinch.
No.
That was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
That was proper gangster. Yeah.
I just don't think
like
Bisping knew what was going on.
Yeah, maybe he did.
Yeah.
This is where people fight. Well, maybe. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he was angry. No, I would have quite happily jumped in there. I did have my mouthpiece in my pocket.
about
True
to say I was
story.
gutted, yeah, because it would have been good. 'Cause
Red pill, blue pill. Earpiece
Earpiece.
or mouth guard.
I think both. I think you could have commentated
At the same
on a fight.
time.
As you can see, he's just up to the left.
I'd have a go at that.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah, I do want to break down
multitasking.
my own fight.
Yeah.
When I get a fight signed, I want to do an inside the octagon for it.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, just completely objectively talk shit about my game and
And we can all like say how it's going to end.
yeah.
This is how you lose your job. So, Copenhagen. What did you take away from Copenhagen?
A chesty cough.
Yeah.
Christiani is fucking banging. Love the place. Very cool. Respect to everybody there.
It looked good. It looked really good.
What did I get? I got some free Reebok. I got some Reebok swag, which
Oh,
is why
really?
Jamie's got some fancy new UFC socks on. Look at those.
They're not quite the same, are they? Let's be honest.
They're not the full Reptile ones. They're
We'll
not
have a
quite as
sock
cool.
off.
Sock off. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't really. I just had. It was the last show of like 6 weeks on the
about
road,
to say.
like just going and going and going. So it's nice to be home.
Yeah.
And I'm staying here all week. I don't want to
I'm not
leave.
going
I don't want
anywhere.
to leave. I just want to stay. No more airports for a while, please.
Yeah, I think it breaks. Airports break me, and I normally go once a year.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine landing and then be like, right, are you ready? No.
Yeah.
I'm fucking not ready.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
To drive home from the airport to pack a bag to drive back to the airport is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
No,
was.
fuck that.
I've hit my limit now. I'm ready for a bit of time at home.
Yeah, good.
But as far as what I took away from Copenhagen, I'm just relieved that stint's
Yeah,
over.
I'm glad it's done. What's next? What have you got next?
Cage Warriors coming up on the 12th in Cardiff.
Is there anything out of the country?
The next one out of the country is going to be Singapore, and I'm going to go a couple of days early because I love that city.
Okay, so we should be up to date until then on this.
Yeah, we'll be able to.
A few people have asked.
I know.
I say a few. It's probably 3.
No, I've had a lot of messages on Twitter for people asking me where the podcast is. So, and the Raptors are nodding as well.
It's normally the Goddard one, though, isn't it? When's Listen coming back? Fuck you.
Yeah, we do need to get one of those. We do need to get one of those recorded again soon as well. Yeah, Mark's keen. So, yeah, you're holding that microphone and not talking into it at all.
Speak to it soon.
All good? Anything else?
Well,
Oh, hang on.
hold on. No, it was only just how good. You just mentioned Cage Warriors. How many people from Cage Warriors showed up
Right,
at Copenhagen?
Jack Shaw looked fucking awesome.
Ridiculous.
I hope he's in Cardiff, and I hope he's celebrated at the event because
Yeah,
his
for real.
performance was awesome.
Mate,
really,
it
really
was
good.
his fucking debut.
And they've just opened a new gym down there as well. Him and his dad.
Yeah.
like some kind of super gym. So I want to check that out. You're going there, aren't you?
Yeah, you
With
invited us.
Johnny G's.
No,
Is
I,
that-
didn't ever, I think that was just.
That's somewhere else, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll go and check
maybe
that out.
Johnny G's is involved with that, but Richard's.
Maybe.
Jack's dad. Stuff.
Yeah,
As guys should go down and do a little filming.
we should definitely go. We should definitely go. That'd be good.
Dick Shaw.
Shaky.
Cool. Yes.
That's what they call him. That's his nickname.
Really?
Shaky, yeah.
Shaky Dick Shaw?
And he's lethal as well.
I can imagine.
This is one of the most lethal dads in the country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The most lethal dad in Wales.
Quite possibly.
Oh,
yeah.
man. The Shaky from the Valleys. I like it.
Yeah.
Mark DeCasey.
Yeah. Look
That was
good
good.
again. Yeah.
Lando Vanat looked a bit flat. It looked like he chopped his legs to pieces.
Well,
didn't
everything that Vanata does, Jacasey does as well, but he's just a bit faster.
he? Yeah.
And that's just what it looked like.
There's
the
a
whole
couple of
fight.
kicks that missed, and I was like, yo.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a fucking phone call to your mum, that is. The one thing I was going to ask you real quick was about underdogs. I know we mentioned it a few times. And it's on this fight, because there was Cowboy. We're good?
All right. The Raptors are reversing.
Yeah. This Raptor is reversing. Cowboy Oliveira and Hermanson.
Yeah.
So Hermanson's normally the underdog, right? And he's always been the underdog, and he's
Yeah.
performed and had something to prove.
Yeah.
This time, his number was higher.
Yeah. A lot of
or
pressure
lower,
on him.
and he wasn't an underdog anymore. I think that changes quite a lot. And obviously, you've been an underdog, you've been a favourite, but you must know the pressure is different.
Yeah.
Because it soon changes once you start becoming a favourite, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And the pressure of the event as well. First time in Denmark, I mean, the event was built around him. And the other thing as well, Cannonier's much better than people think he is.
He's ridiculous.
He's much better than people think he is, because he had most of his fights in his career have been at different weight classes, so people aren't yet used to seeing him at
It's like they're
middleweight.
just compacting like heavyweight into
Yeah.
this fucking...
Yeah,
dropping bombs.
Nice dude as well. Real
And
nice dude.
the takedown defense, he looked like a great dude from obviously what I saw.
Yeah.
But his takedown defense, Jesus. I'm
Well,
excited.
he's been defending takedowns against heavyweights for half of his career. You can imagine how much easier it is against middleweights.
Dude, scary. Fucking scary guy.
Yeah.
And he just looked impressive. But that was one thing. I mean, Marco Madsden we took from that was we saw him in Vegas.
I want to go
didn't
and
we?
work with him. I want to go and do some training with him. Because he's got Martin Campman in his corner as well, who's a great striking coach. So that'll be a good place to go and train.
Did Martin Campman ever retire? I know obviously he fought poorly and then he had a couple.
I think he did.
But did he?
I think he probably retired. Because he was working at Alpha Male for a while,
Yeah,
wasn't
because he was a fucking name to beat.
Yeah, he's good. Campman was good. I remember him. He was the Cage Warriors middleweight champ when I was the welterweight champ.
There you go.
Knocking people out with head kicks.
Just being champ bros.
Champs.
How's your belt? It's
Champs.
good. How's yours?
Yeah. Sitting over in the corner of the gym getting dusty.
That's it. You weren't Tim Silver in it.
No, I don't know.
I think every so often you should. Maybe Halloween when you come around, we'll do trick or treat. You can just walk around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll dress up as myself.
Imagine. No,
I'll dress up as myself from 15 years ago.
Yeah. Just have a shave and dye your hair.
Yeah.
And have to make up some tattoos out.
I know, right?
Have you ever seen that? That guy who's got a full skeleton and he gets that makeup.
That's a good video, that is. Starts off with the makeup and then just takes it all
and
off.
just slowly take it off.
I wonder if when he got the full makeup done, he ever looked at himself and thought, I wish I hadn't got that done there.
That'll do. Yeah. My mate, I used to have a mate that used to finish one of his tattoos with a Sharpie if he ever went out. Like there was a dead small bit that wasn't finished and he was just like, just got to touch it up. It's like, get it finished.
That's sad, isn't it?
It's really sad.
You know, Jimmy Warled's got a tiger on his arm, and he went into a tattoo studio once, a few years after he'd had this tattoo done, and the artist went, you know that tiger's missing the bottom jaw, don't you? It was literally like, it was the tiger
Did he say
from
to him,
the
you
top
did
lip.
it?
But the guy just drew the bottom jaw on that.
I have seen people.
Jimmy Warled, that's a tattoo show we need to do, is Jimmy's fucking tattoos.
No, that's scary.
Oh my God.
I'll never forget.
Oh, I love it.
He walked into fourth and it was after
got the
Raymond Decker had died and you had Shine On.
I've got a little diamond.
Shine on his arm, which I thought was kind of clean and classy and a bit of a nod, which was, yeah, that's cool. Jimmy walked in, this fucking off-centre diamond here. And I was like, yo, what made you choose a diamond? Thinking there was going to be some sort of deep feeling or something, or like a reason behind it. He went, it fit.
Yeah.
I was like, what? He went, it fit. I was like, well, anything will fit.
He said the same about the Batman sign on the inside of his
man.
arm. Why'd you get that, Jim? Well, it fits right, doesn't it?
I like the 1970s Batman. Good job it's not the new version.
Oh, we love Jimmy. I'm going to go and see him later. I'm going to call into the gym and see him.
Yeah, take some t-shirts down
Yeah.
for me.
Oh, yeah, T-shirts. And I've got to pick the canvas up as well.
What
What?
we've got this weekend, what did you say on Inside the Octagon?
I said that Robert Whittaker needs to start the first round with the pace that he normally fights at, where he's landing a shot at least every sort of 10 seconds. And just make sure Israel Adesanya doesn't settle in. Because if he gives him the space to settle in, that's when he gets dangerous. And I think if Whittaker puts the pace on him for 2 rounds, he'll start to find some cracks in his game. And I also think he might take him down as well. Because he spent the last 3 training camps working takedown defense. Because he's had Romero twice and Jacare. So I feel like...
He's got a strong game.
Yeah. If you work in takedown defense, you work in your offensive wrestling as well. Or you're at least understanding it more.
Yeah.
And I feel like he might turn that against Adesanya. Because we've seen him look really awkward on his back against
Big. He just feels
Rob
a lot
Wilkinson.
bigger.
Yeah.
To me, he just seems like it's that big brother thing again, where he's like.
And Adesanya's
bigger dude.
not heavy-handed either.
No.
I think his kickboxing record's like 85 wins and 13 knockouts.
Well, he didn't really manhandle Anderson, did he? And Anderson's an older Anderson.
Yeah. And with Rob Wilkinson, after he broke his nose, like that wasn't like a knockout stoppage. That was just a volume of shots. And the guy
when
quit.
you check his record, there's quite a few decisions, isn't there? It's not like an MVP,
Which gives
flashiness.
Which gives Whittaker the time to make something happen.
Yeah, I can see that. So
And
obviously,
he
we
got
can't
his
ask
back
you.
though, right?
Can't ask you who's going to win because you won't say.
I won't say.
Who are you taking?
Because I don't know.
Yeah.
And you got to speak into the mic as well.
Whittaker.
What round?
Whittaker.
That's going to be a knockout.
Oh. Okay.
Whittaker, yeah.
Really?
What are you saying? Slim? Mystery? Sorry.
I was thinking the same, to be fair. I've seen Israel get knocked out as well.
You got to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking say that
Gotta
all
be
the time.
You can't be fair.
To be fair.
You've started saying
You have started saying it a
fucking
lot,
now.
to be fair.
Cool.
I've started saying very cool.
Very cool.
Like, around fighters when I'm talking.
Very cool.
I was trying to bring Rad back. I asked
What?
the girls, I was like, should we start saying Rad again? And they were like, Shut up, Dad. You fucking idiot. And they asked me the other day, what does gnarly mean? And I was like, it means rad.
Yeah. Same
You know what I
thing.
mean? It's hella cool. So you're both taking Whitaker. What about, we'll just go co-main because Dan Hooker, and Taito Ivasa's on there as well.
La Quinta.
What we're saying about Dan Hooker and Alaya Quinta. Who are you saying?
Yeah, I'm saying a La Quinta.
Yeah, same.
Really?
La Quinta, yeah.
You're
Fucking hell, you
what,
two.
You're going to wrestle out a decision?
Inseparable, aren't they?
Yeah.
What do you disagree? Is there a fight on the card you do disagree on? No. Shall I pull the card up?
Yeah, pull it up.
We've got Tai Tuivasa against Sergey Spivak.
Oh, yeah. I really like Ty. I like him a lot, but he's losing a lot as well.
He gets a bit wild.
He's a
doesn't he?
brawler, isn't he? He's just he's a
I want to see
fight
him win.
outside of a
He
pub.
needs to win. So I'll go for Ty.
Are you going to go for Tai as well?
Who is it? Sorry.
Tai Tuivasa against Sergey Spivak.
I want to see him do a shoey.
I think he'll do a shoe either way.
That was something that came through on my earpiece last time I was calling one of his fights, which unfortunately he lost. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have been tested. But it came through like when it got into the third round. If Tai Tuivasa wins, are you okay to sacrifice a shoe?
No.
Was a legit
No.
question.
Yeah, that came through from the truck. They asked me if I'd let him have it. But the problem is that like I always wear Converse, which all the other commentators hate me for, because now I was chatting to Paul Felder about it. So Paul Felder goes full suit when shoes, and he hates wearing the shoes, right? So I said, well, why don't you wear Converse? He's like, well, I can't go from wearing like a suit and shoes to now going back to jeans and Converse. See, I did the right thing and set the bar nice and low when I started.
You set the stall out, man.
So I always go jeans and Converse when I'm commentating.
Could you imagine if they'd have given
Inside
you...
the octagon.
And on Inside the Octagon. I need to be able to move,
Imagine if they'd have given
when
you a
shit's gonna
pair of PE plimps. Like if they had a spare pair like out of Lost and Found.
Yeah.
To go, when you go in this time, put these on to make out you're wearing them. It's like, wear them with a piece of elastic.
Some Lost and Found shoes.
Yeah, shit
Just use one of these.
Do a shoe out of this. It
Yeah.
just comes straight through.
There was
Well-
a lot of questions, weren't there? I wanted to ask this.
Oh, you got questions, have you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Have you got a
go on
book? This is done. This book's done.
Go on
The
then.
Q&A.
then. Yeah.
A lot of people, like you were one of the most, one of the guys that got asked the most questions, and obviously they were all about the fight. I don't know if anyone's picked up on that on Twitter.
Yeah, I've had a couple of things. Every now and then I'll see a news article pop up that someone's like taken a bit out of the Q&A and they've dropped it into a news article and something, and then then a bunch of people will tweet it at Cowboy or Diaz and they'll be like, oh, this guy, But no, nothing's come of it just yet. I'm keeping it relatively quiet, and I'm just kind of moving myself towards the end of the year, see where things are then.
Anytime I post a picture on anything, the most comments are, when's your next fight? And it could be like, we launched the second 100 while you've been away, so that's dropped, that's gone out. This is one of the shirts, and all that stuff gone. And like, even though it's just like a sticker or something, and it's like, when's your next fight? Soon, at some point.
Yeah.
Do you like the sticker?
I've never been so popular. People have forgot how shit I was. It's crazy.
Same on the live chat in YouTube. It's just damn really fighting.
But I don't know how someone goes on and goes, Fire Dick 2019 has already asked that question. Maybe I don't need to repeat it. But they ask it again as well.
Maybe I won't see Fire Dick's question.
I think you would.
Probably.
If there's one time, if just one person said, fight, you'd be like,
Yeah. I don't reply to eggs on Twitter. Anyone that's not gone to the effort of using a profile photo and they're just an egg.
that is wicked.
I got time for that.
How many messages do you get of like, it's just a message and it says hi, and it's just a girl in a bra, and I'm like, delete.
Oh, and now I get none of them.
Because it's never a username like Sarah Lee,
It's got a bunch of random
whatever.
letters and
It's
numbers.
like Sarah Allison Jordan 669 star fish face wigwam fucking hieroglyphics. How many fucking names have you tried before you've got to this one?
Yeah.
Fuck off. And I just think I'm gonna get have my identity stolen. I don't know why anyone would want it. There's no money in the bank and there's nothing else to be fucking.
That's the government trying to get into your phone.
That's it. There you go. I need to start
Speak
putting
to Eddie
hula hoops
Bravo
around my
about it.
fucking
Speak to Eddie
ID.
Bravo about it. Get yourself some tinfoil. Make yourself a hat. Anyway, are we good?
I think so. I've got shit for days, dude. So
Yeah, I'm ready for a coffee, though.
You say whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I
for
reckon
a
we'll
week.
call it. We'll pick it up next week because we'll be back next week.
Nice.
Cool.
It's been good to be back.
It's been
I've got a
long
lot of
time.
shit out of my brain.
Feel better?
Yeah,
It's like an
thank you, dude.
exorcism.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.